I believe a hospital for our emotionally disturbed children is Virginia's #1 problem today. I visited the Lynchburg Training School for the Mentally Retarded last week to see at first hand the condition existing there. 2,434 patients crowded in a hospital with a capacity of 1,700. Between 300 and 400 of these children are sleeping on the floor. There are 500 children on the waiting list. 1,600 of these hospital patients are between the age of 6 and 30, the age when they could be trained, but due to the lack of teacher shortage, which is caused by the lack of low salaries, these children remain idle and confused. I believe an aroused public educated to these needs will bring about the needed changes.
It's a real privilege for me to meet with you folks again tonight. Mr. Rutherfoord and I have tried in the past to tell you how we feel about matters of public interest, public concern. And tonight I would like to touch briefly upon the matter of the poll tax, which I feel will be of interest to all of you citizens of the City of Roanoke. Now, it's a fact that Virginia is one of the 5 states which retains the poll tax as a prerequisite to the right to vote. Prior to the enactment of the poll tax in 1902, 59% of our adult male population voted. But since its enactment, our largest election has brought forth only 31% of our voters. Only 31% of our adult voters have voted, and that was in the year 1952. Virginia ranked 44th in that election, and none of the poll tax states ranked above 40th. Now, an analysis of these facts and figures leads Mr. Rutherfoord and myself to the conclusion that the poll tax, as a prerequisite to the right to vote, should be abolished, and that the poll tax is a deterrent to voting. I might mention that during past sessions of the legislature, both Mr. Rutherfoord and myself have been patrons on the so-called poll tax resolution or poll tax repealer, and I can assure you that we will continue our efforts to see that the poll tax is abolished as a prerequisite to the right to vote.